Hi, I'm Leslie Copland, social worker and prevention and outreach coordinator at YWCA Greenwich, speaking with licensed clinical social worker Robin Linder about practical parenting.
Hi, Leslie.
Robin, here we go. We're heading into the dog days of summer, the longest and hottest days of the year, and they're arriving during a time of additional challenges with kids home and families staycationing more than any time I know I can remember. And we're limited, right? We're hot. And with so much uncertainty about what's going to happen in the fall, we're perhaps not quite as emotionally regulated as we'd like to be during family time. And feeling this hot physically, right? And coming in a little hot into family interactions has reminded me of the idea of taking our emotional temperature that we discussed a few weeks ago, the importance of checking in with ourselves before we're reactive with others, especially with our kids.
Oh, right. So, just as a reminder, this taking your temperature, it's really just noticing where your emotions are throughout the day. So, if we do a scale of 1 to 10, if you're at a 1, 2, or a 3, you can handle most things that come your way. It's when your temperature is rising, it gets harder and harder, just like to manage that one more thing. And then our ability to cope really might not be working so great.
Right. And we also talked about how your base temperature is affected by vulnerability. So if you're tired, you're hungry, you're angry, you're overworked, things that we all try to manage, but we can't always prevent from happening, right?
Absolutely. So today we're going to talk about another skill that you can use in those moments when you do feel your temperature rising, and it happens to all of us. So this skill is so simple and it's just called distract. Using a skill like distract, it's really important because it really keeps you safe kind of from yourself in those moments. It helps prevent you from doing that thing you might really regret later on, right? Something that might feel very good in the moment, like yelling or slamming a door, but we know it actually can make the situation worse in the long run.
Right. And let's be honest, once you bring your temperature down, you'll always have to come back to that problem. It will certainly be there waiting for you, but you can maybe find a better way to cope with it with more perspective, less raw emotion or reactivity. Come to think of it, I was thinking this might actually even be helpful to change a pattern of dynamics, the kinds that we all fall into in our relationships. You do this and I yell, then you yell back and I yell louder, right? Or maybe even I say something that is really hurtful and I can't take it back. So finding a way to distract in that situation and disrupt that pattern can actually contribute to a healthier relationship for parents and for kids.
That's so true. It's also very important to remember there's no one way to distract. It's really just finding what works for you and for your children. So, I mean, we can certainly share lots of suggestions today, and we will. And hopefully, a few will jump out to be helpful. But I will also say it's very important to think about what works for you in advance and know what your go to distractions are, because we know for sure that in the moment of the heat of the moment, distraction is not going to be the thing that you're thinking of first when your brain's on fire. It's going to probably be something a whole lot less effective.
So true. So, what are some distractions that you find work?
Let's see. My family would confirm that I distract very often by playing games on my iPad. I will often distract by texting or calling a friend. And actually, hang on, I didn't think of this, but my favorite distraction is right here by my side,
Aw,
just
Charlie.
cuddling or playing with my pup. These are all some of the things that really, they just change my energy and they redirect me. What works for you?
Taking a few deep breaths slowly, any form of exercise or getting outside, like going for a walk, enjoying nature, listening to a podcast or music.
Oh, so what kind of music does the trick for you?
Would it age me too much if I said disco?
No, that's actually great. Some people, like something really soothing, and others need a more intense sort of up tempo. So again, just do what works for you, even if it's disco. And if you can dance, or even if you can't dance, just do it if it boosts your mood.
I'm also going to add show tunes, singing really loudly, whether you can actually sing or not. That helps me, or maybe watching a funny show or video. That's also a great distraction.
Yeah, for me, even searching for things to watch, not just watching them, can be a distraction and take my mind off whatever was getting under my skin. I definitely can lose myself for a while on Pinterest or Zillow, or even I like to just search for any new app that might interest me.
Well, like you said, we could probably rattle these off all day. Something really simple, like I know people sometimes write down what they're feeling instead of acting on it. And sometimes for me, I know that when I can just label what I'm feeling, that can immediately bring my temperature down.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that. There's a saying I really like, if you name it, you can tame it. So definitely yes to labeling emotions. Let's see. I also like to bake or cook as a distraction.
Oh, I like to eat, so that works great.
Okay, then here's what we'll do. I will happily bring you cookies the next time I bake, and that kills a few distractions at once because I'll bake. I'll go outside for a nice drive, and I will get to see a good friend. So that works for me too. Let's see, I'll rattle off a few more. How about puzzles, reading, looking through old photos? It's really endless, right?
Right. And the point is just to know that what your go tos are and have them at the ready. And to really understand that distraction is a skill. It's not avoiding the situation, and it's just a way to approach it from a more calm and intentional place.
Absolutely. Before we wrap, have you ever heard of the 333 rule?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, so I'm going to throw this one in just because I think it's great. It really works for adults and kids. You can do it anywhere, anytime. So I will teach it by using you as my guinea pig, if you're willing.
Always.
Okay, so first I want you to just look around and name three things you can see.
A photograph, my pen, and a hamper full of dirty laundry.
Okay, and now name three sounds you hear.
The air conditioner, kids playing outside, and someone watching television really loudly downstairs.
Okay. And finally, move three parts of your body.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. So, can you say a little bit about what you noticed while you were doing that?
Well, I guess I wasn't thinking about anything except for your prompts, and there was nothing else on my mind. So I guess I really was distracted from other thoughts.
Exactly. And that's what I love about this technique. It can just really slow your brain down quickly. And you can see how easy it would be to teach this and practice it with your kids. So, it's a way to really give them a great skill too.
I love that. So we'll be back again next time with practical parenting, and you can always write us at community.ed@ywcagreenwich.org. Until then, be safe, stay well, stay cool, and thanks for watching.
Bye.